Nigeria is our home to over 200 million people that strive to make ends meet, but also seek a better environment to achieve their goals. To ensure a progressive, united, developed country, there are roles to be played. One of such roles is patriotism. When patriotism is mentioned, what comes to your mind? A lot of things have happened in Nigeria and have stoked debate whether there is an erosion of patriotism among citizens. In this week's edition of Midweek Connect, we will be examining Nigerians' level of patriotism. Welcome on board. I am Udrakobong Achibon. But before we go into that, let's give you the tidbits. The new Commissioner of Police, Edo State Command, Monday Agbonika, says he will adopt an inclusive policing approach to combat crime and criminality in the state. CP Agbonika stated this during a meeting with senior officers of the command shortly after assuming duty.
The members of the communities will come together and decide what our problems are, security problems. And then we together will find solutions to these problems. So I intend to use an all of society approach. I also intend to work with all the other security agencies. If there is any information, it will be passed to the police. And there are lots of strategies that we plan to come up with the members of the societies, like community safety partnership. I intend to have a situation where all the members of the communities will meet regularly with the police, where we'll discuss what issues are and will also agree on how to go about settling the issues.
The Nigerian Army has warned pipeline vandals to desist from tampering with any pipeline in the country, especially Delta or Featherful Rock of the military. The warning was handed down during a sensitization visit to the Delta State government on the 89 regular recruit intake for threats and non-threat men and women.
What happens is that when Deltas are not represented in the army, it means you are not going to help another state. It means you are not contributing to national security. The army or the federal government will not continue to send people from other states to come and secure your own state. And you are not ready to go and secure other people. It's cheating.
No career in pipeline breaking again. And then kidnapping. We are, see what's happening in your area. We are closing the gap. So no career for kidnapping and armed robbery.
We have a quota here that we must fill. I think that's an issue. So we want to take it back to our people.
Work is in progress at the Ramat Park flyover project initiated by the Polo administration located in Oregbeni, Bobakal local government area. The project aims to decongest traffic at Ramat Park, axis, enhance aesthetic of the state, and open a door to investment opportunities in diverse sections or sectors of its economy.
It's going on smoothly, it's going on with speed. Just because it's on the foundation stage, which is the substructure, is not too visible for now. So by the time we'll start the piers, it becomes visible for everybody to see.
The flyover na better one. We pray for Baba God, may empower our governor, may take complete the good work.
I see the project, I happy well because for other states, some of them get a flyover, but we no get. So as I see, I get joy and they pray for them, may God strengthen and take do and finish.
We never experienced the flyover here before. So they use this side now, they compare Lagos.
Thomas say he won't do this one. Many people, they feel say, na campaign day. But now, the workers are working. Everybody with the prison, so that make it feel doing.
Yes, you're still watching Midweek Connect on the NTA Benin. We now take a break. We'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned.
Otherwise known as Waka. media wo selogbe yewo selogbe yewo.
This is Health Plus. Today, searchlight on universal healthcare. What does it mean?
Diphtheria is a vaccine-preventable disease. It is highly fatal.
It's good to sing praise unto our God, for it is pleasant and praise is comely.
Give me chance, I want to praise my God.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode on Youth Arena. I can't wait to hear what you guys have in store for us today. Some of you might have experienced it.
The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Hey there, welcome to another exciting episode in Top 7 Jams. It's your girl Pearl.
I just took a shot of whiskey, it's a sunny nature. I tell myself, say I know, go cry, but I cry. We dance like
Do you live in Aduawa and environs, or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. NTA Benin Aduawa is the place for you. NTA Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art fully air-conditioned ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set, therefore ensuring uninterrupted power supply. We also have NTA Pavilion for all outdoor events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable, locations are easily accessible, venues conducive and highly secured. Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your events live. And above all, you can air your events on our award-winning program like Events and Style. And any booking on the field or hall gets a bonus of free news coverage. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For enquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning
NTA Benin, reaching you from the ancient city of bronze, the cradle of black civilization.
Do you live in Aduawa and environs, or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. NTA Benin Aduawa is the place for you. NTA Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art fully air-conditioned ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set, therefore ensuring uninterrupted power supply. We also have NTA Pavilion for all outdoor events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable, locations are easily accessible, venues conducive and highly secured. Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your events live. And above all, you can air your events on our award-winning program like Events and Style. And any booking on the field or hall gets a bonus of free news coverage. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For enquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
Yes, if you are just joining us, this is Midweek Connect on NTA Benin. And of course, it's a program that we do x-ray what happens in the society and also having a feel of your thoughts. And of course, we do bring in guests here to share their thoughts on what is on ground for discussion. And I have here in the studio some guests that are not new. We've been having them around here coming to talk with us in this program. And I'm talking about, at my immediate right here, I have Honorable Victor Asirua JP. He is a former governorship aspirant in the state and the ordinary of Textile Mill Road.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be with you again.
Thank you so much. Glad to have you once again in the studio. And of course, also we have, like I did say, he is not a new face to the studio. I'm talking about Bishop Austin Igbasan. He is the overseer, Sword of Liberation Bible Church International here in Benin. Bishop, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, viewers.
Thank you so much. Yes, we have what we are going to look at this morning, Nigerians' level of patriotism. But before we start the discussion, let's take a watch at the background.
Patriotism is understood to be the love, loyalty, and devotion that a citizen feels for their country. Furthermore, it means standing with the nation and contributing positively to its growth and development despite its challenges. In Nigeria, past leaders like Obafemi Awolowo, Alhaji Tafawa Balewa, and Nnamdi Azikiwe demonstrated patriotism by working towards a sovereign and united Nigeria. If we must have a country of our dream, as was the wish of the founding fathers, citizens must learn to be patriotic to the motherland in the highest level possible, among other positive behaviors. While some persons may not feel the need to be loyal to their country for reasons best known to them, some others feel that it is our duty as citizens to uphold the good name of the country despite the challenges. In this week's edition of the program, Midweek Connect is seeking to know your level of patriotism to the country, Nigeria, during the phone-in segment.
Thank you, Vakoma, for that. Yes, let's dive into discussion this morning. I'll begin with you, Honorable. We are looking at patriotism, but we must first establish it. What is really patriotism?
Well, thank you very much. And I want to say that it's a very good question to know and let our viewers know what is patriotism. You see, patriotism is to have love for the country you belong to and have the spirit to support and defend the sovereignty of that country. When you have love for your people, you have love for your community, you have love in what is happening within the country, and you are able to support at any given time and defend the sovereignty of the country, then you are a patriot. For example, when we say patriotism spread to the armed forces, the military, they are always there to defend the sovereignty of the country. They are always there to protect. They are always there to see that no one lacks from what they are entitled to. And that is what you can say is makes you to be a patriot or to be patriotism.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bishop, I don't think we have your own view of patriotism.
Patriotism is loyalty, passion, commitment to your nation. Patriotism is doing the right thing and going extra mile to be able to put your life on the track to see that your nation survive. Patriotism is a very wide topic because there are few facts about patriotism. When you are patriotic to your nation, you wouldn't want to harm your nation. There are people in this country today who connive with other people to make sure that the nation is having security breaches. There are a lot of people today who are feeding on things that are making others uncomfortable in the nation. People are into all kinds of fake drug. If you are patriotic, you won't do that because you know that you are damaging the life and destiny of the people of your nation. So patriotism is very wide. Like I said, it starts from both the governed, the led, and the people that are leaders and the one that are led. So it is on both sides of the coin. If leaders are patriotic, they will do things that will impact life and will be on the sand of time, not something that you benefit from. You will remember a time in this country where a president signed a bill into law, and he was telling the people involved that you must not activate this law during my time. You will activate it when I have gone. So that's not a patriotic president, because when you sign a bill into law, you must allow the bill to the law to be activated, that people should be involved. But while the man was signing, he said, you guys, you must not activate this law while I'm still in power. You will activate it when I'm gone. That's not a sign of patriotism. Patriotism, we also saw a president in this country that signed a bill into law of something that had to do with election, that also uprooted him from position. Those are patriotic men who never care that even this, what I signed, in as much as going to put this country on the right track, I don't care if I lose this seat. What is important is that what I sign into the bill I signed into law must be activated and make the country to be on the proper track.
Thank you so much, Bishop. Yes, coming to you, Honorable Victor, we hear patriotism. Why is it necessary? Do you really need patriotism in the society?
Well, thank you very much. We need it more than any other thing. For a country to move forward, we need patriotism. Because one of the edge of piloting the affairs of every country is for one to be patriotic. If you are not patriotic, you will not have the values for your country. You will not know how the people are surviving. You will not care about the welfare of the people. But when you are patriotic, you will now discover that the reason why you are in the leadership seat is to ensure that your people are doing well, and to ensure that things are good for them, and to ensure that the betterments of the people are being reached to everyone that is in the country or in the society. But today, you can see a lot of things going on in the country. The leadership of this country, they are aware that people are suffering. I told you some time ago that people are hungry and hungry. And that's the situation of Nigeria, because of people are not patriotic enough, because they don't know the feeling of the man here and the other man there. They just feel that, oh, they are in that seat to enjoy themselves. No, a patriotic man does not feel for himself. He's ready to die for the country. He's ready to ensure that everybody are living well. He's ready to ensure that things that is not going on well, they'll be ready to ensure that it's being rectified. But today, what you see, the case is different. You see a fuel crisis everywhere that started almost getting to a year plus now. No remedy. Today is it will go down to tomorrow. Next tomorrow, he said no, they will remove 1 naira. It doesn't help the situation. A patriotic man has a feeling of the country at any given time, whichever things rough or things are going down or up, he's always there to find solution to what is happening. Today, the case is different.
Oh yes, thank you so much. Bishop, coming to you. We do, from what you've raised, you've talked about patriotism is something, having positive mindset, everything about your country and being of help. And then when we look at the society today, I don't know, what's your level, how can you describe the level of patriotism of Nigerians today?
Well, like I always say, Nigerians are very wonderful and great people. All what Nigerians want is right leadership. You see, most time leaders are coming out from the society where they belong to. Nigerians are great people, and they can always fall in. We're happy people, and we have the versatility and grace to persevere in every situation. But I think that the level of patriotism is low, very, very low, to what used to happen those days. Because you see, in every facet of our life now, if you go to higher institution, there are people that have never come to lecture theater. They have never sat down to listen to lecturers. They paid their way and they get their degree. Today we're having people who cannot defend what the degree they said they came with. I remember one of the core members that served with us one time. I had a seminar with them. When I finished the seminar, the lady came to me and said, that English you said, I have not heard it in my life. I was shocked. Somebody that read industrial mathematics. And I asked her, did you sit in class throughout? Now, that kind of person that sat with us, and even the students are even correcting her in the class. So how do we arrive there? Is that patriotism? In those days, when lecturer want to impart knowledge, that is not about what I get from the student. So the level of patriotism in all sphere of life, there are people today who are, the country itself is not encouraging people to be patriotic. I gave you an example of some NDLEA officers that busted the tramadol in Ikoyi. What have they done for them as a nation? What have we done for those guys? When they were presented, they were given a big amount of money in dollars, and they said, no, we are patriotic, we are going to make sure we bust this. So the leadership must, you see people today who are doing some very, very funny thing. They are being given title. Even tertiary institution give you honorary PhD to people of questionable character. That is not patriotism. Because number one, I tell you, there are people today in police force as we are talking that if you offer them bribe, they prefer to die than to collect bribe. But you see that system, that police system, will not encourage those guys. You see, they put them somewhere where they will suffer. Why? Because they are not following the bandwagon of people that are not patriotic to their nation. As I'm sitting down here, if you go to police station, just as we are sitting here, I'm not talking of tomorrow, go to every police station in Nigeria and enter into their cupboard as we are talking. I can tell you that First Bank didn't have such cash in some of the police stations we have in Nigeria. I'm not talking of what will happen next year. I'm talking as we are seated here. That if you go to police station now, go to the post, go to the cupboard, you see there, you will see money that didn't come. As we are talking now, police are in checking point. Go and check their pocket and see how their pocket is pregnant and swelling. Now how does that money come in there? We're talking about patriotism. If somebody offer a bribe to a policeman at a checking point, it doesn't matter if the person is carrying the head of a human being. He say, go, let my people go. It's something that affects us. As we are talking today, we have people in the army who are selling information to enemy of Nigeria. We have people who are selling the arms that belong to Nigeria government to foreigners. We have people who are selling information, who are opening a porous border for people to come in. That is not patriotism. And you will see few officers who are doing well. They are never encouraged. They are frustrated. There are cases we have in this country today. People have gone to jail twice on kidnapping. How did it happen? Somebody kidnapped somebody and some people prosecute and send the person to jail only for somebody to give amnesty tomorrow for the man to come out. We are seeing it here. Look at what happened in correctional center in Warri here. We have people who are condemned to death are being sent out by correctional officers to go and kidnap and kill. As I'm talking to you now, how many of the correctional officers have been caught to book? How many of them have been sent to Abuja? How many of them have been paraded? Now, a man that is sentenced to death, a man that's sentenced to life imprisonment, if he come in contact with anybody to commit crime, is that man going to be merciful? We have seen the track record of what happened and evolved life. As at now, what has happened to those guys? The officer that helped us to crack that matter and were able to trace the account to people who are inmates. What have we done to that Shaba, that officer that cracked and was able to bring it up? By now, that officer is supposed to become commissioner. Now, what happened to other officers? When this thing evolved life and the man was able to crack it and discover this, the government itself is not helping the masses to be patriotic. Civil servant, people come by night, they sign for 7 o'clock. Is that patriotism? The man who is going to also vet them, when did that man come to work? So these are issues. People are giving official car, they are using it for personal use. Is that patriotism? So as we are seated now, there is nobody. If you become a commissioner of police or DPO in any place in Nigeria under 24 hours, everybody selling drug, doing all kind of bad thing will come and pay homage to you. How are we going to have a better society?
I can really see your emotions here.
So this is a nation I have opportunity to say in Canada and US. I decided not to say because I believe in this country, and that's why people like us we always go and come. We cannot say anywhere because our passion is here. We're going to do everything to make sure our nation work, because the patriotism we are talking about is more from the leadership and the led.
Because when somebody that is coming as a follower is patriotic and is not rewarded, in your presence, somebody that is not patriotic, so in this country they bring people to come ahead, people who are already there doing well, and those who are being brought are novice. They know nothing, and yet you are going to tell them, boss, this is my boss. How will that kind of person be excited? Okay, let me give you an example. Maybe in road safety, you want to promote people to be the head. We went to bring somebody in this country. There was a man who was a retired army officer that headed custom for almost 8 years. How do you talk about those who are custom officer? Would they have faith in being a custom? Because they know that tomorrow you bring somebody to head them, that this profession they are in has no future. Right, so we as a nation, we must show that we appreciate the man who designed the flag of Nigeria. Those who do national anthem, do we remember their name? Now, when you don't reward people that are patriotic, you also damage the patriotic few people who are in the nation. Nigerians are good people and they can follow leadership. That is why you see that when we increase fuel, the people manage themselves. If it were other places, everywhere will be volatile. Nigerians are good people. I am saying that when we see people moving in the right direction, we can't give cheap chance. Look at we are talking about people killing, going to people's farm. What about the traditional ruler who give authority to people, who are the owners of those cows? Who are the owners? Have they called the people patriotism? Have we called the owner? We are talking about those who are rearing cow. No, the owners of the cow, where are they? Are they not alive? That people are being murdered? What are we talking about? Life is sacred. It's sacred both here and other places. So patriotism is that the nation going the right track. We talk about Awolowo. Recently, I was with one of the former governor in this Niger Delta, and he was telling me I'm a product of free education of Awolowo. And I look at the man, I say, how many poor people, children, can come out now and say, during your 8 years, I am a product of your free education. I'm a lawyer today. Courtesy of that which you the platform you put on ground. Now a man who benefited from a vision of a patriotic leader today left government of 8 years without children of the poor man. I said, well, no, I didn't know you face to face. He said, I'm a non-native, yet I benefited. And I asked him, how many people who are you even native that benefited from a platform? Those who climb through a platform today are not patriotic, they have broken the ladder. So we must start the issue of patriotism from leadership to the lead.
Thank you so much, Bishop. I can really feel your emotions trying to talk about what should be done to really attract this patriotism on Nigerians. Coming to you and Honorable Sir, he has raised a lot of issues talking about the system. Where do you think we've really gotten it wrong? Talking about patriotism, what do you think has not really been kept in place? You know, we are talking about Nigeria has values and ideals and all that, and we seem from what he's saying that these things are not followed. These ideals, these values that our forefathers left are not really followed. Do you agree with him?
Well, thank you very much. You know, this discussion is a very touchy one. That's why you see Bishop is he's taking some of these issues. It's like, if it is a thing that we can just fight and get it back right now, we'll do it. But meanwhile, you see, patriotism a question. It's knowing the right thing to do at a given time. And thank God my Bishop is here. When you are specializing to be one, to be recognized, to be a man, a faithful man who walk according to patriotism, you don't need anyone to come and say thank you to you. You don't need compensation. It's only God that will lift you up, and at the end, people will recognize your image year and thereafter. We talk of Awolowo, Tafa Balewa, the Zik and all the rest. When they were in this patriotic move, their whole action there was to ensure that we are leading the people, and the people should be first before any other thing. Even if they don't eat, they want to ensure that the people eat and they suffer for the penalty of the rest. But the case is different today. How did it happen? How do we come to this stage? It's because of this level of our corruption we are seeing day in, day out. The time corruption now spread to our society, people who now try to take over the power to rule others, they don't recognize again that they are going there because of the sake of the people. They just feel that, oh, the same people they are going there for, they are satisfied them yesterday, and today is now their turn. Thereafter, they can do things the way they like. It is not so. There's clemency in all those things we are doing. Those who have ruled for the past, and those who are ruling now, and those who have ruled for a short while, within a short while again, you start seeing their predicament, how the world is reacting to them. But those who lead us well, with patriotic heart, God is still always there for them. Even in their lineage, their family lineage, everywhere, God is still touching them because they lead the people very well. Because today, if you see the way things are happening, it baffles you to see that, oh, are we in a country we called Nigeria before? Is this same Nigeria of today? Now let me give you a close example of how a patriotic leader ought to have be behaving. Of recent, you can hear of these Uromi killings. When it happened, the governor of the state, Senator Okpewolo, went to the scene to ensure that more damages would not continue. He appealed to everybody there, and thereafter he traveled to Kano. Though a lot of people criticize that, oh, why should he have to go to Kano? He was for peace to reign. But now you will be seeing cops everywhere in Uromi houses there, and he acted as a patriotic man, because when we are talking of patriotism, you must have that feeling to defend your country, to defend your society, and protect damages for things not to happen to your people. And when you close your eyes, so it doesn't matter, let it. By now, Uromi as this would have been a go area to anybody.
Yeah, so you are talking about patriotism.
So that is how, yes, more peace, to protect your people, to ensure that their welfareism is given priority. An area that you feel that, oh, it may lead to damages in their part one way or the other tomorrow, will be protected.
All right, thank you so much. We want to really let our viewers know that you can call into the program and share your thoughts. The number is 0703-695-7086. I repeat, 0703-695-7086. I think we are beginning to have calls here this morning. Hello. Yeah, good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Yes. Please, do you know your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, okay, my name is Destiny Omoroke and I'm calling from Benin.
All right, can we hear you, please? Go on.
Alright. I'm going to ask you, Honorable, on what you just said. What our governor, Pueblo, carried out was what he talked to. Is that you guys have defined the definition of patriotism. Patriotism is the law from one country. What the Pueblo did was clear. What the evidence can see, that was patriotism. He found out that people were killed and he took action. No, they are bringing wars to Benin and all that because he loves people. But what the months that the Southerners have been killed in their hands, but the road
we seem not to hear you. Like the hello. Oh, network. Hello. I don't know. Maybe you call back again. We cannot hear you. I think he was trying to talk about the incident you were talking.
Yeah, what he was trying to say, it was most probably the governor acted out of fear.
He wouldn't have to say that because you see, that's his own view.
So most often You entertain fear to protect.
But the sole aim is that what you want is peace.
Yes, that is just it.
Because you wouldn't want the two sections to take up arms. At the end of the day, the outcome may not be so pleasant.
What the governor did is right, and that is what a good leader who does not want more damage and more havoc to do. People see it as a sign of weakness. To me, I don't see it as a sign of weakness. Because don't forget that the behavior of the people in the north is different from us. The way we will take issues. So the man also live in the north. The governor live in the north. So he knew what can happen. The escalation, the number of life. We have seen issues in north that only just little argument in primary school led to what they will go enter the town and begin to damage and destroy lives and property. So that's a proactive action for a leader who is a right leader to protect his people. Because you know our own in the south here is publicized, but the killings in the north is not publicized. So I can assure you that if the governor have not gone at that time to go and quench it, our people over there, not even Uromi. Uromi only is a small thing. The man went there to also protect our people who are in that place, who will be at the mercy of those people. Slaughtering is not.
That was patriotism.
Yes, patriotism at peak, at his peak.
Of course.
At his peak,
right,
to go there to quench it.
We really have to bring in views from the street to really know what people are saying about patriotism here.
Yes, no, I am. I'm a patriotic citizen of Nigeria. If you want something to grow, it has to start from you. So there's no way you can say you want Nigeria to grow and be like the US, UK, and you're not patriotic. It can't work. If you watch Americans say, you see that anything they are doing is all about their country. Even their logo, God bless America, all about America. Anything that comes from any other country, they don't want to involve themselves. So, but Nigerians, anything that involves Nigeria, we don't want to do. Once it's outside the country, we want to do it. That's why you see Nigeria is going up. I don't want to say go down, going up. So let's be patriotic. If we want to grow, we start from 1 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 1,000 to 1,000,000. And we are making Nigeria better.
And Nigeria these days, we are patriotic, really patriotic, but the situation we find ourselves in this country is discouraging patriotism. That everybody now look for a way out, either to not to be patriotic to survive. A few of us that try to be patriotic, we find it difficult to actually survive because it involves the process of loving others as you love yourself, and caring for others as you care for yourself, giving to others as you can give to yourself, not hurting others the way you don't want to say to be hurt, and putting yourself in the shoe of others at any process or any point in time.
The last time I checked, patriotism has to do with one's ownership of his own or defense of his own country. The truth is this, Nigeria is blessed by God with so many natural resources. As a patriot, I'm a patriotic Nigerian, but not to the core. If we can have meaningful employment, by so doing, and your leaders accountable, so by so doing, I can now say, okay, I want to subscribe and also plead that others should subscribe to this concept of patriotism.
We have no another country more than this country, so-called Nigerians. Nigeria, by Nigerian name, is not bad. Now we, the human beings living in the country, we are the bad.
Yes, those are the views from the people of the street. And I did hear one man say, I'm a patriotic Nigerian, but not to the core. I don't know what that will even. Well, I'll ask you, Bishop, where do we start from to inculcate sense of patriotism in Nigerians? Because you say a lot of things are falling apart and all that. Where do we start from?
Now, I think we start from the parents. You see, parenting today has failed. Parenting today has failed. I can tell you that we have an association of Yahoo mothers. Now, how do we arrive there? Where women come together, they are excited that their children are using. You saw a particular situation where a woman stood with his own son to also murder the girlfriend. It happened in this country, and that case is laid to rest by God's grace. Laid to rest, nothing has happened. We saw a situation where a boy also used his own girlfriend as for ritual, and the mother, who is a lawyer, senior advocate of Nigeria, also packaged the boy to quickly go to psychiatric and go and lie down to act as if he's a mad person. Now, that mother, who is supposed to be, we felt that a mother knew what it takes for his own son to murder another person's child. So I think parenting has failed. Parenting has failed as we are talking. Now the issue start from the parent. Now also the religious organization should also beef up to be able to teach loyalty. That is sincerity and patriotism, living a righteous life, because the Bible in Romans chapter 13 talks about being submissive to the government, that every government comes from God and all the rest. So I think the religious leader, both in the Christendom and the Muslim community and other religious organizations, should also teach patriotism. Also coming to government himself, the government itself must also reward, may be able to show what it is to also be a patriotic person. Patriotism should be rewarded, and that is why I differ from my brother here. We must reward patriotism. In America, patriotism is rewarded. In UK, it is rewarded. When you don't reward people for what they are doing, the reason for the reward is to encourage others to also see that. Let us go ahead and also look at our royal institution. Let the government put it in order. Any king that gives chieftaincy title to a peace person or questionable character, such king should be dethroned. Because we see today, even in royal palaces, we see our leadership in the royal house giving title to questionable people of questionable character. So what are they talking about? Are they trying to appreciate the wrong character, patriotism of the life of that person? So I think that
Bishop, I think we have a call.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Please is on the line. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Midweek.
Okay, what do you have to tell us?
Yes, it's about the
Okay. Lower the volume of your set so that we can hear ourselves. Lower the... I think we lost that call. All right.
So, like I said, the royal institution should not give title to people of questionable character, because you see that we are in a society those days when somebody come, when you call somebody a prostitute, the person will take you to the palace and say, we are going to because it's talking about family name. When somebody go to prison those days, the family name is destroyed now. But people are excited to go to prison. They will tell you, when you go to prison, you come back and become governor, you come back and become president, you come and become... What has happened to our value? That we don't have such value again. Now, also the government institution, we should go to educational center. Our schools should also teach about patriotism. In social study, they should teach about patriotism. What is patriotism? How can you be a patriot? We look at vandalization of NEPA cables and vandalization of pipeline. If people are patriotic, they won't do that. And you see that somebody who does not know anything about electricity cannot go and see transformer. He cannot go and cut cable. Now people that supply come back and carry it. You remember in this country, a president went to commission a turbine, and that turbine is not working. They only run generator in another village and run wire. And the president went there to commission a turbine that is not operational.
I think we have a call too. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Destiny and I'm calling from Edo State.
All right, let's hear you.
Now, the concept of patriotism is love for one country, if I'm not mistaken. And you cannot love something that does not love you. How do you care about a country that does not care about you? If you say the Northerners, the reason why they don't look with themselves is because they love themselves. You see the road down saying, this one is my brother, this one is my brother, this one is my brother. You can't love a country that does not love you. The truth is, in Nigeria, our government, they don't care about the people. Not all of them do good. They want the corruption.
Thank you so much. We react to all of them one after the all right, I think we love that. But he's talking about love. Let me come to you on a reset. We need to, it's about, if you don't love what, you can't love what doesn't love you. Yes, we know that there are challenges in the country, but must we wait for the country to love us before we exercise our love? Because we are talking about the good of the country, which the corner here. But before you react to that, I think we have, let's hear him. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Calling from this as well.
All right, thank you, sir. Can you hear you?
Yeah, the topic is a very interesting topic, talking about the nature or the level of
patriotism of Nigerians.
I think one of the elements of patriotism is the loyal. One can really measure the nature or the level of loyalty of Nigerians to the country as a whole. But there are some factors that are responsible. I, for one, I five for one, to the best of my knowledge, that I'm very patriotic when the environment, when the environment that is there is right for them to do the right thing. Because if you have a reference point or a retrospect during the time of Jacob, you can see how you and I, automatically keep being, and we're all disciplined and loyal. But what do we see this time around? You are telling us to be patriotic. I don't want to not judge by the last negative time. But by the time you are seeing one or two persons who are at the end of affairs, not being patriotic, don't do the right thing, but that does not stop you from doing. Just imagine that you are saying that once you not pass one way, once you are going, you are seeing the government vehicle, the high-ranking government vehicle, of governor or deputy governor in this city, breaking the law. That will not become somehow disgusting. So, and if you go out, if Nigeria go out of this country, no one will travel out of the store. You see how just Nigeria is. They are very disciplined. They follow the rules and regulations. But here, what are the problems? The problem is that the environment of our leaders is contributing factor, and our leaders, we are doing patriotic, but they themselves not doing. But I do not subscribe that for the fact that our leaders are not patriotic in nature, that we on our own identity that we not do it. Patriotic is one of the best that can make your country move forward and give your country the good integrity. So my submission is that let our leaders, let them be at the forefront to show the high level of quality of being patriotic to the country. Because instead of the right thing, they are watching. You are saying the patriotic, you want to know that just enter into so in less than 1 year, less than 2 years, he or she has invested money, and at the end of the day, what happens is go to do that person is rent free. Then you go out of somewhere like just to the foul. That which is the one, that which is the one with the expected to have a bigger imprisonment. So what is that? What no, let us do the right thing. That's my solution. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Otoksagi, for your contribution.
It's a pity that your people are not hearing you from your conversation. And so let them work on this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, he has. I was with you. I said, must we always wait for the country to love us? And he has these issues here that it's not just, even though we are looking up to the leaders to do more, but he thinks Nigerians too can also learn on their own part to be patriotic. So what's your reaction?
Yeah, sure. You see, the discussion today is a discussion that is affecting everybody. Well, we say a patriotic Nigeria, a patriotic man. To be patriotic invokes everybody. It starts from your level, it starts from my level. Like what the young man just said, they say, oh, how can you love a country that does not love you? Fine. Presently, we are discussing what will make us to love our country. And the moment this is spread out, other people pick from it. This discussion today is rectifying a lot of areas you may not just know immediately. People who have listened to this discussion today, even those who are leading and those they are leading, they are picking one area of the other they can also use to rectify their errors. You see, a country we have today, this patriotism that is just falling aside, that we are not seeing now that is going on well in this country, is based on two factors. One, presently, most of our people lack conscience. When you have conscience, you know that, oh, this thing have to be done rightly. It has to be done. But when the conscience is not there, what they call, local people call a don't care attitude. They just do it, say, oh, let those who want to embrace it. Those who are not willing, let them fall aside. You don't parade an administration of a country in that manner. What you are looking at onto is every area of deficiency and to see how it can be rectified. But for you just to close your eye, you pretended as if nothing is going on, then you are creating more damages to the issues. So we are appealing to ourselves and to others. Let's try to be a patriotic Nigeria so that this country can now move forward.
Yeah, I'm taking that as your parting words, because you have said it that the leaders too should show they should be the torch bearers, because people are looking up to them too. When you show this patriotism, it's easy for people to learn and take a cue. Thank you so much, Honorable Victor. And then Bishop, as your parting words, talking about patriotism, level of patriotism by Nigerians.
I want to appeal to Nigerians that there are people in this country, when you talk about patriotism, there are people of electionary age who didn't have PVC, who did not vote. That is not patriotism. Patriotism is also part of it for you to be able to participate in the act of choosing your leaders. So if you are of 18 years of age and you don't have a voter's card, then you are not a patriotic person. You must also learn that you cannot criticize leaders if you are not part of the process that produced them. That is one. Then we should learn to do things right. I believe very strongly that even if leadership is falling apart, the led can also from their own decide to say we are going to do it this way. Because if the led come together and say, okay, we are going to do things right, everybody get their voters card. I give you the statistics of those who do the whole of Lagos. Look at the bulk of vote that come from Lagos. The number of people that are registered, look at the number of people that go to polling booth to vote. Some people have PVC, they don't go to vote. So that is not a patriotic person, because for them to print a card for you, you have wasted the tax of the country by having a PVC and you are not participating in the vote. So I think that the issue of patriotism should also go with the process of selecting our leaders, so that you'll be able to decide if a leader has done well or not.
Thank you so much. Yes, I was speaking with Honorable Victor Asiriwa. He's aspirant, governorship aspirant before, and a dean of Textile Mill Road. Yes, thank you so much.
Bless you.
And of course, we did have here Bishop Igbasan. Thank you, Bishop, for coming to share your thoughts. Yet, from all what they've said, patriotism is key. And all that you are saying this morning is love and support your country. God bless Nigeria. Good morning.